Good afternoon, Georgetown. Are we ready? Today is ladies' night.
Oh, yeah.
All these ladies got in for free.
Yay. Yay.
This is the last concert of the summer, unfortunately, but we're going out with a bang. We have the Kelly Girls, a Celtic band, and we're also blessed with Jolie here, a national champion Irish dancer, worldwide dancer. We'd like to thank our sponsor, TD Bank. They're going to be handing out $20 bills later on, they said.
Don't dance.
For our food, we have New England Comfort Food from out of Chelmsford. Go try it out. Our drinks are Ipswich Ale. Yes, the beer is here. We're going to go through our vendors. These are all women-owned vendors tonight. So please go and buy something. We're going to start out with Oracle Gemworks. She has high vibration, healing, and manifestation jewelry. She personally makes them herself. I am buying something from there later. We have Usborne Books and More. They have the best children's books, and they can tell you how to get free children's books, so stop on over there. Haley. Say hi, Haley. Everyone turn around and say hi to Haley. That's Haley Bonner. That's her custom artwork. She's a beautiful artist. I'm very jealous. All I can do is little stick figures. We have Northern Root Skincare. Right now they're doing a demonstration on somebody's hair. They're having a raffle right there. You can win a $50 gift card and a basket of product. Please stop by in there. We have the shopping platform, shop.com. You earn money for everything you spend. And Georgetown Massage and Wellness. They're celebrating their 15th year in business, so they're doing very well. We'd like to thank all the volunteers for coming out. We're doing a 50-50 raffle. We have these two lovely ladies right over there. They're going to be circling around, and please buy one of those. All right. Well, my name is Craig. I'm a firefighter, but I'm going to be your MC for today. Now, Jolie is going to help me out over here. Everyone say hi, Jolie. When I was 17 years old, I was in the Army. I learned how to jump out of planes. This is a public service announcement. In case your parachute ever fails, here's what you do. You take your right leg, put it over your left. Take your right hand, put it on your left hip. There you go. Left hand on your right shoulder. This won't save you, but when they find you, they can unscrew you from the ground. Thank you. All right, one last one. I'm a firefighter for down in the city of Malden. I just came up here for today I live in Georgetown, but I just came up here for today to do this. I was working with a big guy. His name's Frank. Big guy, bald hair, looks like Mr. Clean. He came in today, I'm going, all you can smell is pizza around him. No, he had had a big Italian meal the night before. Now he's just off-gassing garlic all day. A little while earlier, we just had a car accident. Poor woman, no seatbelt, right into a telephone pole. Frank jumps in there behind her. He's holding traction on his neck. It's kind of hot today, so Frank is sweating. I'd go in there to check. Hey, Frank, you need, whoof, it reeks of garlic in here. He goes, really? Is it that bad? This poor woman, face all messed up, barely conscious, goes, ah! But you've heard enough of me. I'll be back during the intermission. Right now, the Kelly Girls. Okay.
Hey folks, glad that you're here. We're gonna start right off with a little Jolly Roving Tar.
1, 2, 3, go.
Ships may come, ships may go, as long as the sea does roll. Each sailor lad, just like his dad, he loves a flowing bowl. A trip is sure, he does adore the girl that's nice and brown. When the money's gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack Johnson down. Come along, you jolly great boys. There's lots of grog in the jar. Up out the briny ocean with the Jolly Roving Tar. When Jack comes in, it's then he'll steer towards some old boarding house. They'll welcome him with rum and gin and feed him on pork scouse. He'll land spend, but he'll not offend till he's lying drunk on the ground. When the money's gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Come along, you jolly brave boys. There's lots of grog in the jar. We'll plow the briny ocean with the jolly roving tar. Jackie Jack, oh, then he'll still back down for Newfoundland. All the ladies there, procession there, they love the sailor man. He'll go ashore out on a tear and buy some girl a gown. When the money's gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Come along, you jolly brave boys. There's lots of grog in the jar. We'll plow the briny ocean with the jolly roving tar. When Jack gets old and weather beat, too old to roam about, they'll let him stop in some rum shop till 8 pals calls him out. He'll raise his eyes up to the sky, saying, boys, we're homeward bound. When the money's gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Come along, you jolly brave boys. There's lots of grog in the jar. We'll plow the briny ocean with the jolly rogue. Come along, you jolly brave boys. There's lots of grog in the jar. We'll plow the briny ocean with the jolly rogue and jar.
Thank you, everybody.
Did that sound okay out there? Is that kind of a... We're relying on you to tell us whether it's balanced or not, so...
Unless you tell us it's not good, we're just going to keep on rolling. This next song is called I Know My Love. I like to call it a love-hate song. She loves him, but he's not always that good to her. But here we go.
In other words, it's a very codependent, unhealthy relationship. Visit Georgetown Counseling Center, downtown, Women Red Business.
Are you a social worker there by any chance?
Yes, I might be.
Okay.
3, 4.
I know my love by his way of walking, and I know my love by his way of talking, and I know my love dressed in a silver balloon. And my love leaves me, what will I do? And still she cries, I love him the best. And the trouble mine sure can know no rest. And still she cries, funny boys are few. And my love leaves me, what will I do? There is a dance house in Merodike, and there my true love goes every night. He sits a strange girl upon his knee, and don't you think now that vexes me? And still she cries, I love him the best, and the trouble mine sure can know no rest. And still she cries, funny boys are few. If my love knew I could wash and wring, oh, if my love knew I could sew and spin, I'd make for him a coat of the finest kind. But the want of money sure leaves me behind. And still she cries, I love him the best, and the trouble mine sure can know no rest. And still she cried, money boys are few, and my love leaves me, what will I do? I know my love is an errant rover, and sure he'll wander the wild world over. In dear old Ireland he no longer tarry, an American girl he's sure to marry. And still she cried, I love him the best, and the trouble mine sure she cried. Barney boys are few, and my love leaves me. What will I do? And still she cried. I love him the best, and the trouble mine sure can know no rest. And still she cried. Barney boys are few, and my love leaves me. What will I do?
Let's hear it for Jolie
so
Priest.
much.
This amazing young woman I knew since she was a baby, literally 2 weeks old, I think. And she grew up with my daughter. They were super, super good friends and caused so much trouble in my house. But I'm so thrilled that you're here and dancing with us. And would you stick around for maybe a jig or two? Okay, all right.
Oh, well, that leads us into like some of my favorite Irish jigs that I wrote myself about my cat Barney. They're called Barney's Shenanigans and Barney Get Home. Because I have 3 cats, but one is a very naughty cat. I love him very much, but he likes to wander and roam, and he lives with the neighbours at least half the time, lately 3/4 of the time. So Barney's always off on his adventures, and so I call the first one Barney's Shenanigans. Can't even imagine what he's up to when he's out there. I used to put posters all around town saying, "Where is Barney?" And then I found out that he totally lives at another house most of the time. The other jig is called Barney.
He's cheating on you.
He's cheating on us, and we have joint custody. He and his other mom, we text each other all the time to make sure he's safe. Second jig is called Barney Get Home. That's when I go out tracking him down. I literally pick him up from her house, put him in my car, drive him home so we can have some quality
She
time.
drives the cat home in the car.
Yes.
Does anybody drive their cat in the car? I can't imagine this.
So here we go.
Thank you, Jolie. Believe it or not, Jolie has to leave for dance lessons, which I cannot even believe this amazing talent would even need a lesson.
She's
but-
probably teaching. You going to teach?
But we're hoping we might do one more song and maybe she can join us at the end before she has to dash off. Of course. Okay.
Maybe she should hydrate first so she has the energy for laughter.
You're amazing, by
Say
the way.
better
It's
Jolie
really
than us
fabulous.
dancing.
Isn't she great, ladies
Yeah,
and
big hand
gentlemen?
for Jolie. So our next song we're going to do is, it's about a woman that lives in a garret. Who knows what a garret is? It's an old-fashioned word, isn't it? Anybody know? Raise a hand. Who does crossword? Oh, I know. I got some folks in the back there. Well, it's an attic,
some
right?
regulars
It's an
back over there
attic.
definitely know.
Yeah, I
what
know. It's a
garret
good thing
is.
they know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've seen those.
absolutely.
We've seen those guys in the audience before.
So, you know, this is a Celtic concert, and we want you to sing along. So we're going to teach you a little part. We want to hear you raise your voices. It's easy enough. And by the way, if you want to get up and do a jig, you are absolutely welcome to. You're welcome to come up here, too. Just let us know. We'll make some room for you. Okay, so this is Old Maid in the Garret. Well, I've often heard it said from me father and me mother, going to a wedding is the picking of another. If this be true, then I'll go without a bid. If Providence be said, won't you take me to a wedding? And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I die an old maid in the garret? Okay, you try that. And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I died an old maid in the garret? Now there's my sister Jean, she's not pretty or good looking, barely 17 and a fella she was courting. Now at 24 with a son and a daughter, and I'm 45 and I've never had an offer. And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I died an old maid in the garret? Your turn. And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I died an old maid in the garret? Now I can cook and I can sew, I can keep the house right tidy, get up in the morning and get the breakfast early. There's nothing in this world that would make me more cheery than a wee fat man to call me his own dearie. And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I die an old maid in the garret? And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I die an old maid in the garret? Hey, Melzy. Come landman, come kinsman, come tinker, come tailor, come doctor, come lawyer, come soldier, come sailor. Any man would do, I would even take a magician, but I might draw the line at a shaggy-haired musician. And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I died an old maid in the garret? And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I died an old maid in the garret? Well, I'm going home, 'cause no one pays no heed. No one pays no heed to poor old Chrissy's bleeding. I'll go right home to me own wee bit garret. If I can't get a man, then I'll surely get a parrot. And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I died an old maid in the garret? One last time, and it's oh dear me, how would it be if I died an old
Ready,
maid
Jolie?
in the garret? 1, 2, 3, 4.
grateful that she could join us for the beginning of our set here. And thanks to Joy Joy, Jolie's mom, and my good friend. Bye, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Kelly Girls. You've probably figured it out now. On fiddle is Mel Kerwin, and she is from this wonderful town of Georgetown. Big hand for Mel. She knows the peeps here, obviously. She told us she knows the people that have the beer truck, too. Is that true?
We're gonna get to know them.
So a couple of years back, I had an opportunity to go to Ireland and rent one of those narrow boats. They're like a boat that's 50 feet long and 6 feet wide. And they're like a houseboat inside. You have a kitchen and beds and bathroom and a little peat stove. And you go down the canal system, the, what's it called, the Barrow Line.
In the Grand Canal.
In the Grand Canal. And it's really interesting how you can be going along because the canal itself is narrow. That's hence why you needed a narrow boat to go through it. But there's all kinds of reeds and cattails, and they, you would think the way that the boat pushes the water that the cattails would all kind of lean forward as the boat was coming. But they did the opposite, and they came back in towards a bow. And like they were bowing to the boat, not away from it. And I thought that was really...
It was actually spectacularly beautiful. It was just so serene and like a ballet.
So that was the inspiration for this next song that we're going to do, called Reeds on the River. The other inspiration for this song came from hanging out in the pubs while we were there.
Shocking, really.
Which was great fun. We had the greatest conversations with the most wonderful people. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ragged and wrinkled, calloused and hard, he sang an old tune while he sat at the bar. I pulled in beside him to listen for words in a melody sweet. It was sadness I heard. May I kindly ask what your song is about? He glanced at me sideways with a shy tinge of doubt. It's a song from my father from before time began, but I knew not its meaning till I was a man. Like reeds on the river, bow to the boat, bend your will to the current, or sink if you don't. Set your heart on the wind, let it whisper the clouds, lest the weight of life catch you and tether you down. Well, I tried to dig deeper, but he wouldn't oblige. So we sat there in silence and sipped on a pint. And I began to consider the meaning myself of the choices and changes and the hand I was dealt. Like reeds on the river, bow to the boat, bend your will to the current, or sink if you don't. Set your heart on the wind, let it whisper the clouds, lest the weight of life catch you and tether you down. Well, it may take years for this song to make sense, but I think that it's saying, don't live in regret. Go live your dreams, have a story to tell, but keep your eyes open and a hand on the helm. Like reeds on the river, bow to the boat, bend your will to the current, or sink if you don't. Set your heart on the wind, let it rest with the clouds, lest the weight of life catch you and tether you down. Thank you.
Yeah.
This next song was co-written, inspired by Nancy and I, by a poem that I grew up with that many of you may know by a lovely poet, English poet called William Wordsworth. And he wrote this poem called I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. I've always loved it. I've always loved daffodils. So I shared this poem with Nancy, and together we came up with something really beautiful. Nancy had some beautiful melody and playing around with the lyrics and putting in some nice little jig music in the middle. So I think you'll really enjoy it. It's called Daffodils.
I know you'll enjoy it, and you'll enjoy my tuned guitar even more. Just give me a
Yes, always good to have a good tuned guitar when we're thinking about daffodils.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're picking up an accent from Aisling, she is all
I
the
have one.
way from Dublin, Ireland. Yes, she puts the Kelly in the Kelly Girls first. What do you like to say, Ash?
What do we like to say? I forget. Oh yes, I was not only made in Ireland. No, I was made in Ireland. No, I ruined it. Okay, not only am I from Ireland, but I was made in Ireland.
There you have it.
There you go.
I forgot my line, Chris. Sorry.
Well, they can edit it for community.
Yes, yeah, take that part out and fix it.
Oh well, here we go.
I wandered lonely as a cloud, floating o'er the highest hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering in the breeze. They stretched across the Irish land, 10,000 saw at a glance, a never-ending golden dance. Stars above could not compare, nor sparkling waves upon the sea. Bewildered is this poet fair, to be in such sweet company, and I gazed with little thought, for the wealth they brought. They stretched across the Irish land, 10,000 saw at a glance, a never-ending golden dance. So often on my bed I lie, in a quiet, pensive mood. They flash upon my inward eye. 'Tis the bliss of solitude. Then my heart with pleasure fills, and dances with daffodils. They stretched across the Irish land, 10,000 saw at a glance, a never-ending golden dance. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we are a Celtic band. We do Celtic music from all over the world, different various Celtic regions. So we're going to Nancy's homeland next. So Nancy Baudet on guitar here. She is all the way from Cornwall, Ontario. Big hand for Nancy. She came a long way. Well, 10 years ago.
Thank you.
Anyways, this is a song that comes from Nova Scotia. Has anybody been to Nova Scotia? A raise of hands. Oh my goodness. If you haven't been, you must go. It's a magical land. Do you agree? It's a beautiful, beautiful place. So this is a song about an area, a town called Marion Bridge. And Nancy, you've been there, right?
Many times.
Many times.
And the Kelly girls have been to Nova Scotia.
Yeah, we took
Yeah. We took the Nova Star, right?
the Nova Star,
Yeah.
the ferry over. We played over and played back. No one got seasick. That was that was a plus.
We never got paid though because they went out of business.
Yeah, they
so
went
it's
bankrupt.
okay,
They didn't
though.
pay us, but you know.
We had a great time.
C'est la vie, right? The boat got seized, actually. Oh yeah. Okay, Nance, I'm sorry.
Let's just get on with the show. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Out on the Myra, on warm afternoons, old men go fishing with black line and spoon. And if they catch nothing, they never complain. I wish I was with them again. As boys in their boats called to girls on the shore, teasing the ones that they dearly adore. And into the evening the courting begins. I wish I was with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities, a Marion Bridge, and the pleasure it brings. Out on the Myra, on soft summer nights, bonfires blaze to the children's delight. They dance round the flames, singing songs with their friends. I wish I was with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings. Now I'll conclude with a wish to go well. Sweet be your dreams, may your happiness swell. I'll leave you here as my journey begins. I'm going to be with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings. I'm going to be with them. I'm going to be with them. I'm going to be with them again. Thank you very much.
Aisling, have you ever been to the Salt Hill Prom?
I have indeed. It's in Galway, isn't
In
it?
Galway, Ireland.
I have. I've walked down the Salt Hill Prom.
Oh. And tell us about, what is it?
It's a beautiful walk along the seafront just outside the city of Galway. Has anyone here ever been to Galway? Yeah, right back there. I recognise that woman. She's been to Galway. Pat Keneally. It's a beautiful place. I think this next song could be about a Galway girl.
It is
Somebody
about a
fell in love.
Galway girl who was seen along the Salt Hill Prom and caught the attention of a young man.
Was he Irish, this young man?
I don't know. Was he?
Well, I think the writer of the song was not Irish, so maybe he went to Galway and he fell in love with a
Oh,
Galway girl.
Steve
Right.
Earle, correct?
Steve Earle, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Well, I took a stroll on an old long walk the other day, and I met a little girl and we stopped to talk of a fine South day, and I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? Oh, 'cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue, and I knew right then I'd be taking a whirl around the Salt Hill Prom with a Galway girl. You were halfway there when the rain came down of a day, so she took me up to her flat downtown of a fine South day, and I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? Oh, 'cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. So I took her hand and I gave her a twirl. Oh, and I lost my heart to a Galway girl. When I woke up, I was all alone, with a broken heart and a ticket home. And I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. I traveled around, I've been all over the world. Boys, I ain't never seen nothing like a Galway girl.
So now that we've walked down the Salt Hill Prom in Galway, we should go to another part of Ireland and walk in the Irish rain, because that's the next song, written by another American writer, and his name is
Steve Spurgeon.
another Steve, and obviously he fell in love with Ireland, and it rains in Ireland a lot of the time, but for several months this summer, it didn't even rain for a day, and I happened to be there for 2 weeks of it, and everybody in Ireland was so happy because the weather was just amazing. It was in the 70s and 80s.
You actually got a tan, right?
And I actually got a tan and a few more freckles, so that's great. And
But what about your winter?
but our winter was extremely cold, so Ireland's having some wacky weather. And in the winter, it had incredible snowstorms, and everybody was running out to the store to stock up. And there was no snow plows, and everybody was trying to figure out how to shovel and make their way out. And basically, the country kind of shuts down when it's too cold or too hot.
Sounds like very civil to
I'm
me.
gonna move there.
I like that.
Sounds pretty civil to
Very
me.
temperate weather. My favorite weather. I actually love the rain. I love this song. And it's on our new CD called May You Always.
Oh
is our
yeah,
new
we
CD.
didn't mention that we actually have a CD here.
We
with
do.
many of these songs.
Yeah.
You know what else we have is our custom designed beer mugs, pint glasses for you today too. We'll get one out. We're going to take a break in a little bit.
We
so-
do?
Yeah. Now they're
We
not so
do, I
custom. They
know.
have beer in them.
We always
but-
have secrets.
yeah.
We don't tell you everything, Mel.
Oh, I'm new to the band, kind of. I guess. Yeah.
She's only been around for 2 years. At
I
least.
know, I didn't know about those. But
Yeah, we always
whatever.
like to surprise each other.
Yeah,
All right, as long as I can have one.
absolutely. $10.
Especially for you, Mel.
1, 2, 3, go.
The sun goes down in Dublin town. The colors last for hours on. Lights go on, the night's a song, and the streets all turn to gold. A gentle mist, all heaven kissed, like teardrops off an angel's wing. Don't you know your plans are so with a walk in the Irish rain? Oh, Catherine, take my hand. I got 3 pounds and change. I'll sing you songs of love again when I get too drunk to sing. We'll walk in the Irish rain. Forevermore I've stepped ashore. My sailing days are over. Oh, the time and tide, and by your side, together we'll grow old. Threw my sea bags in the bin, brought these pretty flowers home. Kiss me, Kate, we'll celebrate before the balloon is gone. Oh, Catherine, take my hand. I got 3 pounds and change. I'll sing you songs of love again when I get too drunk to sing. We'll walk in the Irish rain. Tinker and a tailor and a drunken old sailor, they'll all get together and start to play. Time stands still when they drink their fill and shout till the break of day. A sweet little lady with a glass of stout, sipping it down till the foam runs out. She'll help her old man home again with a walk in the Irish rain. Oh, Catherine, take my hand. I got 3 pounds and change. I'll sing you songs of love again when I get too drunk to sing. We'll walk in the Irish rain.
It is about 9 minutes. We could do maybe 2 more songs.
Excellent. Let's keep
2
going.
more songs.
Alrighty. So now we're going. We doing Herod?
Yeah.
So now we're going to Scotland. Has anybody been to Scotland? Show of hands. Another beautiful country. And this comes from a songwriter named of Corinne Polwart. A little bit more contemporary song. It's about the herons. You live on a lake. Love those beautiful herons. Love to see them come back in the springtime. The back of the winter is broken, and light lingers long by the door, and the seeds of the summer have spoken in gowans that bloom on the shore. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. In darkness we cradle our sorrows and stoked all our fires with fear. Now these bones that lie empty and hollow are ready for gladness and cheer. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. while the north wind delivers its sermon of ice and salt water and stone. By night and day, the sporting will play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. And we follow the heron home. Thanks, folks. So, folks, we do have CDs for sale today. I think we have an end of summer sale going on, don't we, Mel?
We totally do.
I think we ordinarily sell those CDs for $15, but because we're in Mel's hometown of Georgetown,
Yay,
$10.
Georgetown.
$10 for you today. So our CDs are $10. What about those beer glasses?
Those beer glasses are $10 too. So just imagine you could go home with a CD and a beer glass.
I know, I'm gonna.
Yeah. And yeah, so come on up and we'd love to chat with you anyway. You don't have to buy anything. We're just, fooling with you. But if you really would like one, we're here for you for that too. So here's a song about a woman who was the first ever woman to get her Master Mariner's papers in North America. Her name is Molly Cool. This happened in about 1939. And she became somewhat of a media spectacle, and even Ripley's Believe It or Not wrote a story about her. And whenever the media would come around to do an article on her, she'd get all dolled up in all her prettiest clothes and put her makeup on. But then she'd get on board that ship where all her crew were male, and she was tough as nails.
Yeah, no lipstick.
No lipstick. You didn't mess with Molly Cool. So there's a line in the song that goes, "Hey boys, don't mess with Molly." And we'd love for you to shout that out with us as we get to that point.
And this is all women-owned businesses today, so this is a very appropriate song.
Awesome.
This is
Thank
the,
you, yeah.
Oh, to the women captains out there.
Yeah.
All to the women captains.
Don't mess with the women.
No way.
2, 3, go. One more time. Wait. There you go. 1, 2, 3, go. In a world of ships and men, Molly's riding a scow from stern to stem, in wind and fog or snow, up the coast and back again. Hey boys, don't mess with Molly, she'll break you if you do. Hey boys, don't mess with Molly, unless you're just a fool. Don't mess with Molly Cool. At the helm of the Jeannie K, hauling lumber up and down the Funday Bay. They called her Petticoat Girl, but they never had the guts to disobey. Oh, hey boys, don't mess with Molly, she'll break you if you do. Hey boys, don't mess with Molly, unless you're just a fool. Don't mess with Molly Cool. The sea was in her veins, her hands were strong and her heart was brave. She loved the rolling waves, and nothing could ever get in her way. Oh, hey boys, don't mess with Molly, she'll break you if you do. Hey boys, don't mess with Molly, unless you're just a fool. Don't mess with Molly. Hey boys, don't mess with Molly, she'll break you if you do. Hey boys, don't mess with Molly, unless you're just a fool. Don't mess with Molly Cool. Thank you so much. We're just going to take a short little break here, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll be back to do a whole other set, so don't go anywhere.
Go to the field and you can talk one of those beauties into getting behind that thing. Yeah, we'll come down with some lines. Come back to us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're off too, huh? All right.
Oh, I should stay, although I
Just
don't
a
want
few
my kids to
minutes.
take it.
I only got a few minutes. They're only going to stop. Where are you? There you. Okay.
What am I supposed to do?
So what do you got here?
Oh, okay. So at my table, what I have is healing crystal and manifestation jewelry. My business is Oracle Gemworks. Each of my pieces gets a sound bath for whatever its intended purpose is. So, for instance, these bracelets are money magnets. They're supposed to help attract wealth and luck. And so they would have gotten a sound bath for wealth and luck. This one is for rekindling romance. I have them for grounding energy, and all of my pieces have different intentions. And I also do custom orders in which I use my crystal cards, and that the crystal cards that are pulled are what determined your piece. So, and I also do this with goddess power cards as well.
No, do you have a website or?
I do. So,
something?
people can find me on Etsy.com/shop/Oracle Gemworks, or you can find me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Oracle Gemworks.
Repeat it.
Repeat it again? Okay. I can be found on Facebook at facebook.com/Oracle Gemworks, or I can be found on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/Oracle Gemworks. ORACLE Gemworks.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Heather McConley, and I'm here with Usborne Books and More. I am a children's book publisher representative, and we represent Usborne and Kane Miller Books. Usborne Books and More offers the best books in the world for children of all ages. We have a lot of nonfiction, we've got phonics readers, classic literature, and then we've got fantastic stories like this one here. This one is called A Tale of Two Beasts. It's one of my very favorite children's books. It talks about point of view. We also have great nonfiction for up through middle school and high school. And one of the nifty things about our nonfiction is that every 2 pages is a different topic. They're also internet linked so that kids can find them to be good report starters. So if you have a child who, like mine did one day, comes home and says, "Mom, I have a report due," and the library is already closed for the evening, you can help him go online to do his report. I did mention phonics readers, and we've got a whole line of great phonics readers and rhyming books and lots of fun books for babies, like our famous That's Not My series. I am available on wonderfunbooks.com. So that's an Usborne Books and More shopping site, wonderfunbooks.com. And I'm also available on Facebook and Instagram, and if you type in one word, Wonder Fun Books, you'll see me, and you'll be able to find me there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Go for it.
Or do you know the number by heart? Yep. Yeah. Do you just want to say who we are?
Yeah,
Sure.
Okay.
So I am Paige Barnett,
And I'm Leah Husick.
and we are the new owners of Northern Roots Salon and Skincare in Georgetown.
We're located at 42 Central Street, downtown Georgetown. And our number is 978-352-3308.
So what do you do?
We offer all hair and skincare services such as coloring, eyelash extensions, body waxing, spray tanning.
Facials and new up-to-date hairstyles and haircuts and wedding updos and all formal hair.
I think it was grandfather or granddad. Yeah, granddad, because my father was grandfather. Okay, Mel,
Yeah.
what do you think?
It's a great idea.
Well,
We got some youngins in the audience.
we really love to do this very, deep,
Meaningful.
very
Irish.
traditional Irish song.
That
But we need
Aisling
to-
has never heard of.
Never had unicorns in this country. We don't have unicorns in Ireland.
Oh, you don't have unicorns, but you have leprechauns, but you don't have unicorns. I don't understand this.
We have donkeys.
You do have
Lots
donkeys.
of donkeys.
But anyway,
And you have sheep.
Lots of sheep.
okay. For us to do this song, though, it requires me to come out to the green and do the little dance, and I just can't do it by myself.
Because she looks
Will
ridiculous.
you come with me? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have one taker.
Yes,
Do we have
okay.
more? Raise of
Okay.
hands. Just
So
come.
we need children and other people that will help me not look
And people young
silly.
apart.
Yes.
Yes, there we
People
go.
young apart.
I bet this young lady right over here in the pink shirt. She's
Okay, we're gonna do it. We're
she's
gonna
a
do it.
dancer.
Stop it.
Yeah.
All right, gang. So all the kids, come on up. You're gonna have a little chance to dance with Mel
Kids
here.
and those of you young at heart, come on up here and let's have fun with Mel.
Mel, come on up, guys. Come on up. There we go. We got
All
some
right.
kids coming up.
Yeah, there we go.
This is gonna be fun.
All right.
I know some of you know
I'll
this
teach
dance. You're sitting there. You can do it from your chair.
It doesn't matter if you don't know it. You'll learn it. Mel will teach you the
Mel
steps.
will teach you all the actions, right?
That's right. I bet if you've been in an Irish pub in
Come on
Boston,
over.
you've seen this dance before.
Come on over, you young
Come on,
gentlemen.
guys.
Right
Come
over
on
here.
over, everybody.
Center stage.
Don't be shy.
There we go. Look at that.
Yay! That's good. Look at all you wonderful folks.
Let's do this. In the line.
You ready there, Melzy? Here we go. Well, a long time ago when the earth was green, there were more kinds of animals than you've ever seen. And they'd run around free while the earth was being born. The loveliest of all was the unicorn. Well, there were green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants as sure as you're born. The loveliest of all was the unicorn. Looking good.
Nicely done, everyone. Good job.
Now the Lord saw some sinning and it caused him great pain. He said, stand back, I'm gonna make it rain. So hey, brother Noah, I tell you what to do. Build me a floating zoo and take those green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants as sure as you're born. The loveliest of all was the unicorn. Well, Noah was there to answer the call, and he finished up the ark as the rain was a fall. He marched in the animals 2 by 2, and he called out when they went through. Hey Lord, get the green alligators and long-necked geese, humpty-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants as sure as you're born. The loveliest of all was the unicorn. Then Noah looked out through the driving rain. Them unicorns were hiding and playing silly games. They were kicking and a-splashing while the rain was a-pouring. Oh, those silly unicorns. Well, there were green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants as sure as you're born. The loveliest of all was the unicorn. Well, the ark started moving and it drifted with the tide. Then the unicorns looked up from the rocks and they started to cry. And the waters came down and sort of floated them away. And that's why you never see a unicorn to this very day. But you'll see green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants as sure as you're born. The loveliest of all was the unicorn.
Give these fine folks a big round of applause. Thank you for playing the unicorn song.
The Kelly Girl Dancers, big hand. We're going to do another song. We'll let Mel get up here. This is a song also off of our CD that Nancy wrote, and it's a blessing we send out to everybody tonight on this beautiful summer day. It's called May You Always. May you always have four walls when the wind is blowing high, and a roof for the rain, and a fire to sit beside. May laughter cheer you on, and those that you love dear, and all your heart desires be yours throughout the years. May the tide that brings good fortune come ashore where'er you be, and cross over the threshold to the castle of your dreams. May you always have good work for both your hands to do, and a pocket in your apron to hold a coin or two. Sunshine through your window to brighten up the gray, and a friend that you can call upon when the blue won't go away. May the tide that brings good fortune come ashore where'er you be, and cross over the threshold to the castle of your dreams. May you always have warm words when the world is feeling cold, and a room for a stranger when a knock comes to your door. A full moon on a dark night to light the path you're on, and angels to protect you and everyone you love. May the tide that brings good fortune come ashore where'er you be, and cross over the threshold to the castle of your dreams. Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
Time to travel back to Ireland, to the lovely County Down in Northern Ireland. We've got a beautiful waltz that you might have heard of called Star of the County Down. It's a love song. It goes into a faster version, and we have great fun with it. So clap along, sing along,
Dance along.
dance along.
Rush the stage. Some of you are doing.
We got a
We
look
love
at it.
it.
He's rushing the stage.
He's got a matching T-shirt. I love the tie-dye on the youngster. He looks great.
But he thinks he's at Woodstock.
Yeah.
He could be.
He could be.
county down. One morning last July, Maureen Green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet with her two bare feet and the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a coaxing elf, I just said to myself, who's the maid with the nut brown hair? From Bantry Bay to Derry Quay and Galway to Dublin town, only I see but the sweet Colleen that I met in the county town. As she onward sped, I shook my head, I looked with a feeling queer. And he said I to a passerby, who's the maid with the nut brown hair? He looked at me and he said he, she's the gem of Ireland's crown. And Rosie McCann from the banks of the Bann, she's the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, only I've seen the sweet Colleen that I met in the county town. Soft brown eye and a look so sly, a smile like a rose in June. And you crave each note from her lily white throat as she lilted an Irish tune. At the Cayley dance she beheld in trance as she tripped through a jig or a reel. In her eyes she'd roll, she'd lift your soul, and your heart she'd quickly steal. From Bantry Bay to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, made I see like the sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. The harvest fair, she'll be surely there, and I'll dress in my Sunday clothes, with my shoes shine bright and my hat cocked right for a smile from the nut brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, till my plough turns a rust colour brown, till the smiling bride by my own side bides at the car of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, oh maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, oh maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen that I met in the county down.
Thank you. That was a tune from the Shetland Islands called Willa Fjord. Sort of Celtic, calypso, etc.
It's the etc. that I love the most.
Aw, me too.
Yeah. So now we're going to take you to the hills of Connemara.
Which are also in Galway.
Are they?
They are indeed.
And in those back hills, you never know what's going to be happening back there under the dark of night.
Sometimes illegal things.
Sometimes illegal things happen.
Drink alcohol being brewed where it shouldn't be.
There could be a still set up.
Or like a beer truck in the parking lot.
Our beer truck in the parking lot, exactly. So this is about the tax man coming for the folks who are running their still because they're not paying any tax on it. It's not that they're opposed to them really making the drink. It's opposed to them not getting their just reward for it. Tax man always has his hand out, doesn't he? All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
pots in the old tin can, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran. Running like a devil from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising, Barney. Keep your eyes well peeled today, the excise men there on their way, searching for the mountain tay in the hills of Connemara. Gather up the pots in the old tin can, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran. Running like a devil from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising, Barney. Gallop for the butcher and a quart for palm, pipe for old Father John. Help the old poor dears along in the hills of Connemara. Gather up the pots in the old tin can, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran. Running like the devil from the excise man, keeps the smoke from rising, Barney. Swing to the left, swing to the right, the excise men can dance all night. Drinking a tay till the morning light in the hills of Connemara. Gather up the pots in the old tin can, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran. Running like the devil from the excise men, keep the smoke from rising, Barney. Stand your ground, it's too late, the excise men there at the gate. Jeepers creepers, they're drinking it straight in the hills of Connemara. Gather up the pots in the old tin can, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran. Running like the devil from the excise men, keep the smoke from rising, Barney. Gather up the pots in the old tin can, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran. Running like the devil from the excise men, keep the smoke from rising, Barney.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, we are the Kelly Girls. We do have a website. It is, if you'd like to see where we're playing next, we got some Christmas shows coming up. I know that's in a few months, but we're www.thekellygirls.com. It is very important you put that word "the" in there. If you don't, you're going to come to a website. You'll have a lot of explaining to do, okay? We don't look like those girls, do we, Ash?
Not one bit.
Not one bit. No, thekellygirls.com. We hope to see you again sometime.
Now, we will be having a little show before Christmas, and I'm sure
that's
many
right. You
others
were
may
right.
pop up. But we're doing a special show at one of our favorite places to play called Owen and Ollie's in Dracut. It's going to be a party, a halfway to St. Patrick's Day party. September 16th, Sunday, September 16th at Owen and Ollie's, where the food is fantastic.
Indeed.
The drink is amazing.
Indeed.
And the entertainment is out of this world.
Indeed.
And the people there are nice. The owners are
and
just
the owners
fabulous.
yeah, the staff are great.
Staff and owners are wonderful. So
This
So
next
come
song
join
is
us.
next song here, Irish song, When the Boys Come Rolling Home. Definitely a song about immigration and the way it might make you feel when you leave and plan someday that maybe you'll go back again. I always will remember the day we went away, sailing out of Belfast in the morning. Our hopes were on tomorrow as we kissed the girls farewell. Our dreams were on the day of our return. There'll be dancing, romancing, and evermore we'll roam. They'll be rolling in the hay, there'll be whiskey in the tay when the boys come rolling home. We safely reached the other side in New York City Fair, despite the wind and rain and stormy weather. We all sat down and drank a glass and wished each other well, and said that we'd be going back together. There'll be dancing, romancing, and evermore we'll roam. They'll be rolling in the hay, there'll be whiskey in the tay when the boys come rolling home. And Pat went up to Boston, and Sam to Buffalo, and Joe went all the way to California. Used to write some letters then, but that was long ago. They always spoke of days of our return. There'll be dancing, romancing, and evermore we'll roam. They'll be rolling in the hay, there'll be whiskey in the tay when the boys come rolling home. Well, I'm well over 80 now, my grandson's by my bed. Here I'm in Chicago and still scheming. He says he'll take me back again to rest me weary head. I'll leave him a legacy of dreaming. There'll be dancing,
nevermore will roam. They'll be rolling in the hay, there'll be whiskey in the tay when the boys come rolling home.
Wow, I'm really excited for St. Patrick's Day. Yes. And think we get to start the countdown soon. Oh, very important announcement. Last call for the 50-50 raffle. Raise your hand if you would like to participate.
You're not in it. Can't win it.
Yep. I hear it's a lot of money tonight. So raise your hand. And someone with a vest will come over to you.
Take your money.
All right, so our next song, I bet any money, since we're betting, y'all know this song if you're from this area. But what you might not know, it's a very famous political campaign song. We got a big election coming up pretty soon, right? So this is a song that was recorded back in the 60s by a group called the Kingston Trio. Yeah, great, terrific group. And it was, and they were a bit political, you may not know that. But they sang about a fella that couldn't get off the MTA, right, because he couldn't pay his fare. What was his name? Charlie. Oh, see, you guys are bright. I knew you'd know this song. So we want to hear you singing good and loud. Ready? 3, 4. My eyeballs on. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Well, let me tell you of a story of a man named Charlie on that tragic and fateful day. He put 10 cents in his pocket, kissed his wife and his family, went to ride on the MTA. What happened? Did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. Charlie handed in his dime at the Kendall Square station, and he changed for a Jamaica plane. When he got there, the conductor told him one more nickel. Charlie couldn't get off of that train. Everybody now, did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. Now all night long, Charlie rides through the station crying, what will become of me? How can I afford to see my sister in Chelsea or my cousin in Roxbury? Did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. Take it now. Charlie's wife goes to Scully Square station every day at 2:15. And through the open window she hands Charlie a sandwich as the train goes rumbling through. Did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. Now, citizens of Georgetown, don't you think it's a scandal why the people have to pay and pay? And pay! Fight the fare increase, vote for George O'Ryan, get Charlie up the MTA. Did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. Poor old Charlie. He may ride forever neath the streets singing out there.
Let's get jiggy.
Ever gone into an Irishman's shanty where the water was scarce and the whiskey was handy? A three-legged stool and a table to match, and a hen in the corner all ready to hatch.
Rum, rum, it must have been the rum.
O'Reilly's drunk and O'Reilly don't know it. O'Reilly's drunk and O'Reilly don't know it. They're both lying drunk in the very same bunk, and neither one knows that the other is drunk.
Rum, rum, it must have been the rum.
Oh, carnation. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this is the verse me father taught me when I was just a wee girl. Oh, carnation milk comes in the can, there on the shelf for the good of man. No teats to pull, no tail to twitch, just punch a hole in the son of a fish.
Rum, rum, it must have been the rum.
Sure, all right. Next up, this is a Kelly Girls original song. It is on our CD. And it started off probably about 10 years ago where I wrote a waltz and I called it Another Good Night. And it was an instrumental tune that I enjoyed playing quite a lot. And I brought it to the girls. And then overnight, Nancy put incredible words to it. And the next day, we had a gig, and she said, oh yeah, I wrote a song around this waltz, let's do it. And so we played it out live, and without ever rehearsing it, and I was so grateful, and I loved it. So
And been playing it ever since.
We have. All right.
We hope you enjoy it as well, called Another Good Night. If I let go your hand and bid you adieu, must make a promise this eve to savor this kiss and always be true and dream of no other but me. Good night, sweet love, good night. Till the darkness brings the light of the dawn, and you're back in my arms, right where you belong. Till then, it's another good night. And if you should wander or follow the wind,
right where you belong. Till then, it's another good night. If fate be a tyrant and keep you away, my heart will forever be torn, longing for daybreak, lying awake, waiting for you to return. Good night, sweet love, good night. Till the darkness brings the light of the dawn, and you're back in my arms, right where you belong. Till then, it's another good night. Till then, it's another good night.
Thank you. All right.
This is an interesting little song.
It is.
Let me guess, is it a love-hate song, Ashley?
Oh boy.
Well, people get up to a lot of mischief, that's all I have to say. As I roved out, what happens when you rove out on a night?
Not a lot of good things.
Yes,
Typically.
when a man and a woman get together at night, when they're not supposed to be together, when their parents are in bed. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, this is the midnight show. We're supposed to be playing this now?
The little ones need to block their ears.
They're just on a date, that's all.
Who are you, my pretty fair maid? Who are you, me honey? Well, who are you, me pretty fair maid? Who are you, me honey?
She answered me quite modestly, oh well, my mother's darling,
With the two-raya, fod-a-diddle-da, diddle-da-diddle-dairy-o.
and will you come to my mother's house? The moon is shining clearly.
Oh, will you come to my mother's house when the moon is shining clearly?
I'll open the door and I'll let you in. Dibble, your hair is wet.
It's two-raya, fod-a-diddle-da, diddle-da-diddle-dairy-o.
So I went to her house in the middle of the night. The moon was shining clearly.
Oh, I went to her house in the middle of the night when the moon was shining clearly.
She opened the door and she let me in. Dibble, the one your hair is wet.
It's two-raya, fod-a-diddle-da, diddle-da-diddle-dairy-o.
She took my horse by the bridle and the bit. She led him to the stable. She took my horse by the bridle and the bit. She led him to the stable. The splinter of oats for a soldier's horse to eat till he is able. With the two-ray-off on a diddle-da, dairy for the diddle-dairy-o. She took me by the lily white hand. She led me to the table. She took me by the lily white hand. She led me to the table. There's plenty of wine for a soldier's boy to drink if he is able. With a two-ray-off on a diddle-da, dairy for the diddle-dairy-o. Then I get up and I made the bed. I made it nice and easy. Then I get up and I made the bed and I made it nice and easy. I get up and laid her down, sing lesson. Are you able? With a two-ray-off on a diddle-da, dairy for the diddle-dairy-o. And there we lay till the break of dawn. Devil the one to hear us. There we lay till the break of day. Devil the one to hear us. I arose, put on my clothes, sing lesson. I was going out with the two-ray-off on a diddle-da, dairy for the diddle-dairy-o. And when will you return again? When will we be married? When will you return again? When will we be married? When cockle shells make Christmas bells, then we may get married. With the two-ray-off on a diddle-da, dairy for the diddle-dairy-o. With the two-ray-off on a diddle-da, dairy for the diddle-dairy-o. With the two-ray-off on a diddle-da, dairy for the diddle-dairy-o.
Thank you. Thanks to Georgetown. I can't believe it. I've lived in Georgetown for 22 years, and in 1 week, my youngest child goes off to college. All three raised in Georgetown and are all off to college. I can't believe it.
Success.
I love Georgetown. The schools are wonderful. The community's great. So just thrilled to be able to play here and
Homie.
celebrate this milestone. My goodness.
Uh-huh.
In 1 week, I'll have no kids in the house.
That's the milestone.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm really saying.
And they're not here to argue with.
No, they didn't want to come.
That's okay. Alrighty, so we're going to an Irish wake, I guess, huh? Is it true, Ash? Is there partying, maybe a little bit of drinking and dancing?
A little bit of that, a little bit of celebrating the life.
That's the
of
way it
person,
should be,
yeah.
huh?
Crack open the beer.
Okay.
Well, actually, Chris and I were just in Northern Ireland. We were at a pub. Where was it? I don't know. There were so many.
Which pub was it?
There were so many.
And
in every town.
we were there at, like around noon or so.
Oh, right.
It's not too early to be at the
cocktail
pub, is
hour?
it?
Nope.
Cocktail hour. And they had a guitar in the place, so we ordered ourselves a pint and went in this little room and started playing the guitar. But soon all these folks came in. They were all dressed up with their suits and ties, and we found out that they had just come from a funeral. They were all coming back to the pub. He was one of ours, they said.
Yep.
So it was pretty
So
neat.
it is true.
It is true. It was pretty neat to be there while that was happening.
Oh, the night Pat Murphy died is a night I'll never forget. Some of the boys got loaded drunk and they ain't been sober yet. As long as a bottle was passed around, every man was feeling right. O'Leary came with bagpipes and then he played all night. That's how they showed their respect for Paddy Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and shame, they winked at one another. Every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. Mrs. Murphy sat in the corner, pouring out her grief. Kelly and his gang came tearing down the street. They went into an empty room and a bottle of whiskey they stole. They put the bottle on the corpse to keep the whiskey cold. Oh, that's how they showed their respect for Paddy Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and shame, they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. At 2 o'clock in the morning, after emptying the jug, Doyle rolls back the coffin, led to see poor Paddy's mug. We stopped the clock so Mrs. Murphy couldn't tell the time. And at 2:15, we argued it was 9. Oh, that's how they showed their respect for Paddy Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and shame, they winked at one another. Every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. At 3 o'clock in the morning, some dusty blue-eyed scum rode upon the coffin lid. Here lies a crumb. Of all the things I've ever seen, it made me cold with fear. They took the coins off his eyes and spent it all on beer. Oh, that's how they showed their respect for Paddy Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and shame, they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. Well, they stopped the hearse on George Street outside the saloon. They all went in at 8:30 and staggered out at noon. They went up to the graveyard, so holy and sublime. Found out when they got there, they left the corpse behind. Oh, that's how they showed their respect for Paddy Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and shame, they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. Every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. Pat Murphy.
Woo!
Wait.
I actually have to tell a story now that I've never told the other Kelly girls, but I can't stop thinking about it for some reason. During this last round of the song, I had an uncle. He was my Uncle Paddy. He was a big drinker. Now, when I was growing up, I thought he was the best fun ever, but I know he was a bit of a worry for our family. But he had 2 jobs. One was he drove an oil truck, and the other was he drove a hearse. So he had to go to the pub between everything he ever did. He got a little bit confused one night, and he got his, he did do his regular shifts, but instead of driving the hearse back to the funeral home, unfortunately he brought it back to the oil place. So in the morning when they came in, they found the hearse in the wrong spot, so my uncle was in a lot of trouble with his wife.
That's a true story?
That is
Oh, I thought you were going with a
my,
joke.
No, my Uncle Paddy really did do that, yeah. The hearse.
Oh, we are so writing a song
So when
about
they were
that.
looking for the body was not where it was supposed to be, so they had to do a quick run to go pick it up.
My
Oh,
God.
That's fantastic.
How did we never know that?
I love it.
Jeez.
Here's a song called Rambles of Spring. Let's just think about the springtime. It'll be here before you know it. Let's just do it in the right key. Yeah, no problem.
Take 2.
1, 2, 3.
breeze blowing through the budding trees. I buttoned up my coat to keep me warm, but the days are on the mend and I'm on the road again. With me fiddle snuggle close beneath me arm. I have a fine felt cap and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow. And I've learned to do my too, and my fiddle strings are new, and I'm well prepared to ramble. I must go. I'm as happy as a king when I catch a breath of spring, and the grass is turning green as winter's end, and the geese are on the wing as the thrushes start to sing, and I'm headed down the road to see my friends. I have a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow. And me fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, and I'm well prepared to ramble. I must go. I have friends in every town as I ramble up and down, making music at the markets and the fairs. To the donkeys and the creels and the farmers making deals, and the yellow-headed tinkers selling wares. I have a fine felt cap and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow. And me fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, and I'm well prepared to ramble. I must go. Here's a health to one and all, to the big and to the small, to the rich and to the poor, and foe and friend. And when we return again, may our foes have turned to friends, and may peace and joy be with you until then. I have a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow. And me fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, and I'm well prepared to ramble. I must go. I have a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow. And me fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble. I must go.
I think we might have time for one more.
Really? Do we?
I feel like we might.
Well, how are we doing for time?
Yeah.
Is it anyone's bedtime yet? Not quite.
So are they doing the poll for the 50-50?
Do we have
When
time
does
for
that
one or
happen?
two more? What do you... Two more, here we go. What can do?
What are you gonna do? Band meeting.
Okay, so oddly enough, we got two more songs to do for you, gang. We're gonna just step out of our Irish for 1 minute. They're placating me because I love country music when it was country and western. I'm talking the 20s and the 30s and the 40s. Yeah, that great music. So we're gonna do a song, since we are celebrating women today. This is a song by a woman named Patsy Montana. She made a big hit out of this song. And the fun part is yodeling. So we expect everybody to yodel with us. Don't let us do this alone. It'll make you feel good. Let's hear you yodel. You ready there, Nibs? Nibs is going to tune up that mandolin for us. Here we go. Count us in.
1, 2, 3, go.
I want to be a cowboy sweetheart. I want to learn to rope and ride. Ride over the plains and the deserts west of the Great Divide. I want to hear the coyotes howling while the sun sets in the west. I want to be a cowboy sweetheart, the life I love the best. Here we go, a yodel-lady-o, a yodel-lady-o. Everybody now, a yodel-lady-o, a yodel-lady-o. I wanna ride old paint, put 'em on a run. I wanna feel the wind in my face. Thousands of miles from city lights, running at a cowhand's pace. I wanna pillow my head near the sleeping herd while the moon shines down from above. I wanna strum my guitar and yodel a hootie, the life that I love. east of the great divide. I wanna hear the coyotes howling while the sun sets in the west. I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart, the life I love the best. One last time, a yodel-lady-o, a yodel-lady-o, hallelujah, a yodel-lady-o, a yodel-lady-o, hallelujah.
You got this one, Nancy, go! All right, you got this one, Ashling, go! Ready? Yes! Thank you so much, my hometown of Georgetown. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out.
Now let's see who wins the 50-50.